Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share with you my top 10 favourite eyeshadow palettes. This edition is eyeshadow palettes that are not limited edition. Hi guys, my name is Ange. If you are new to my channel, I like to upload beauty videos and lifestyle videos aimed at the more mature lass. If that interests you, you may want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button down below if you think that might interest you. As I said in today's video, I have had a request to share with you my top 10 favourite eyeshadow palettes. Now, I found this very difficult. I only keep makeup items in my makeup stash that I do use on a regular basis. Anything that I don't use, I move on in some way, whether I sell it or pass it on to my daughter or friends. So I found this very hard. So I'm actually doing two videos. In this video, I'm going to share with you permanent palettes, my top 10 permanent palettes that are in my collection that I favour the most. And then I'm going to do another video which will be sharing with you my favourite eyeshadow palettes that are limited edition. So if you would like to see what my favourite eyeshadow palettes are that are in my collection, please keep watching. Now guys, before we get started, yes, my makeup is very dramatic today. I also had a request to film my version of the Tati Scott Barnes J-Lo Natural look, which I've just finished filming. So that is what I am wearing today. I will leave a link here to that video because it will go up before this one. Okay, so my favourite eyeshadow palettes, I'm going to move them forward. I've got a lovely little box here. Okay, as I said, this was really difficult. I love all my makeup. These are in no particular order, to be fair. I'm probably going in order of size. So the first palette that I have in my top 10 would be my Natasha Denona Lila palette. I have to say, when this was first launched and I saw this online and everything, I thought it was very purpley and very pinky and that I wouldn't like it. But when I saw it in person, when I happened to go on holiday and saw it in Sephora, so these tones here are cool. But then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades in here I would say were on the warm spectrum of which are colours that I really appreciate. And so when I saw it in person, I decided it was something I really wanted in my collection, and I'm glad it did, and it made it into my top 10. A palette that I really enjoy for its colours. Most of the palettes that I do have in my top 10 are more on the neutral side, but a palette that I really enjoy for colours is the Fenty eyeshadow palette. This has got a mix of, I'm going to scoot it across, okay, a mix of warm colours here, cool tones here, and then you have some colours in here that I wouldn't normally wear, but they give me an option. So this beautiful peacock blue colour here is really beautiful under the under eye, but most of these colours here I have tried, I really enjoy, and they blend beautifully, and I really enjoy this for a colourful palette. When I was deciding for my colourful palettes, I really only have two. I have the Fenty and I have the Urban Decay Born to Run, but when I sat down I definitely reach for the Fenty palette a lot more. So number 2 in my pick would be the Fenty palette. Now we do a bit of a run on all the neutral palettes. The Anastasia Sultry palette, I absolutely adore this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I Love the cool neutral tones in here. They blend beautifully. It is a go-to and a great everyday palette, and one I definitely reach for a lot. Another Anastasia palette is the Soft Glam. Once again, you have all your neutral, beautiful warm tones in this palette. I can't say anymore. Just really love it. Now, what's sad, I think the next palette that I've picked out is probably very similar, and I'm going to put them side by side, and they are, but I reach for them equally. And this is the KKW Beauty Classic palette, and so there's the colours in the KKW, and these are the Anastasia Soft Glam. So they're very similar, but I reach for them equally. These have probably got more mattes in them. This has got equal shimmers and mattes in it. So I do reach for these a lot. I reach for this one a heck of a lot for work. Okay, so after filming and editing this video, I can't believe that I left out the Dose of Colours Pretty Cool palette. I love this palette. It is quite different to any of the other palettes that I'm showing you in this video, but definitely would add Pretty Cool. I'm counting these palettes as one. I'm cheating. I know I am. But these are great staples in anyone's makeup collection, and this is the Viseart or Viseart Warm Mattes number 10 palette, and the Viseart Neutral Matte 01 palette. So these are great for reaching for when you need that perfect transition colour, when you just want something easy. But these are something I just think they're brilliant. They are expensive, but I think they are a great thing to have in your makeup collection if you are able to. There are, of course, lots of options for more affordable eyeshadows in similar colours, but I do really love those. A palette that was a gift to me that I absolutely love is the Persona Identity palette. I love this palette. This, once again, I love my neutrals. Now, I love colour too, but I wear neutrals more often. If I wear colour, it's because I'm playing with makeup, or I might be doing a video or something like that. But on the daily, neutrals are my jam, and the Persona palette is one of them. If there are any videos that pertain to these that I've done tutorials for, I will leave a link up above to any of those videos, and I'll also leave links in the description box as well. Another neutral palette, I'm so predictable, another neutral palette that I absolutely really enjoy is the Marc Jacobs Glambition palette. I sort of tossed and turned between this and the Scandalust, but basically how I chose these top 10 were how often I reached for them, how often I wore them, and if I was on an everyday, which between the two would I grab. And as much as I love Scandalust, I reach for the Glambition a heck of a lot more. So that is in my top 10. And then I have two smaller palettes. I love the big palettes because you get more bang and for when someone's saying what's your favourite, at least in a palette you've got at least 10 shadows in them. But in some of my smaller eyeshadow palettes, one of them that I really enjoy is, I love all of my Dior palettes. I have about 6 of them, but one that I do reach for a lot is this beautiful quad here, Kirkinage, and I knew I was going to lose one of those. And this palette is just beautiful, rich. The shadows blend beautifully. I have always enjoyed Dior shadows, and even before I got into makeup and this sort of extent, I always had 2 or 3 Dior palettes in my collection. And last but not least, a quad that I really enjoy, do reach for quite often, and is really beautiful. It's a Charlotte Tilbury palette, and it is in the Dolce Vita. So once again, I'm very predictable with the colours that I like. The reason I haven't put some other versions of colours in this is because they are limited edition and are in my next video, but I wanted in this video only to select eyeshadows that you could obtain that were permanent collections and you were able to get your hands on. So that's how I selected these 10 for this video. I would love to hear from you if any of those palettes would be in your top 10. Leave me a comment in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed that, guys, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love you to leave a comment and let me know what you thought. And if you haven't already, please click on the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.